Right, what's up YouTube? This is another one of my overtraining reviews of my last week's training. It's currently Tuesday, the 11th of November 2014. I didn't do my review last week. I thought I might do it daily, but couldn't be bothered. And I know that my last video was a bit crap. I would look back at it and thought maybe I could have done a bit more to tell you what I had actually done. So last week I actually wrote down after the sessions what I've done for the different aspects of my training. So on Monday I hit chest in the morning. That was flat bench, a new personal best, and did drop sets. I did incline bench, so I increased the weight each time and then drop set it. Dumbbell press on a flat bench, dumbbell flies, dips, cable flies, and I did a bench marathon. So I started off on a reasonable weight, sort of 60 to 75% of my personal best, and then did the first set was 1 rep, second set was 2 reps, third set 3 reps all the way up until I got to 20 for 20 reps. That is what the marathon is. So I did that and completed the whole thing, by which time my triceps felt like I was going to explode, my chest was burning. So yeah, that was my chest for the morning. In the afternoon I did legs. I did throw a bit of arms in there as well. So I did squats. Started off light just to stretch the legs out and then work my way up. And then drop set again. I did leg extensions to failure. That's the best way to go. Calf raises up into the hill. This is what I call I started off at the bottom, so I started off at a low weight and did high reps. Added the weight, drop the reps until I got to the point where I could literally only do about 10 reps. I mean, legs are quite a strong aspect of your body anyway, so you should be able to do about 10 reps with pretty much your own body weight. So until you get down to 10 reps, that's just keep on going up and up and up and up, and then you do the same back down again. So I started off with 10 reps at the top, dropped the weight, did 20 reps, dropped the weight, did 25 reps, and just kept on increasing until I got back down to a weight that I felt was too light. Because once you start going once you can rep past 50, there's not much point in it really. In fact, repping past 40 is pretty pointless, but it just gives you a really good burn. Then I went on to the easy curl bar, superset that with preacher dumbbells, and then preacher the bar, so I just swapped out the easy bar on the bench and put a straight bar and superset that with preacher dumbbell. On Tuesday, I started off with back in the morning, did deadlifts, and then I did deadlift superset with a bent row. Then I went on to the lateral pull downs. I did a front pull down, superset that with a back pull down. Then I went over and did a bent over row with a dumbbell, so with my hands on a bench for stability. Went on to back flies, so bent over, flying in the reverse for a chest flies. I did a wide pivot row, so the bar is at a pivot point with all the weight on one end. I had a wide grip to pull back on the back, and I superset that with tricep pull down just to work on the antagonistic pairs, so all my arms were getting worked out that day. And I did pull-ups superset with dips, and that was my back workout. On in the afternoon I did shoulders and arms. So I did a bar press. Um, my bar press isn't very impressive. I only do 40 kilos at the moment. So pretty much put it on 40 and just kept on repping and repping and repping and repping until I couldn't do it anymore. That's pretty much as far as I could go for that. Then I did shrugs and superset with curls, superset dumbbell press, so that was 5-5-5. So I had to do 5 shrugs, 5 curls, 5 dumbbell press. Then I went and did bar shrugs, superset with dumbbell shrugs. So I do as many bar shrugs as I can, and then I go and use dumbbells to shrug as well. The reason I do this is because um, the bar is a very restricted movement. You can get a lot better movement with dumbbells, but you just have to reduce the weight. So yeah, that was that aspect of it. Um, Single arm pivot. Um, oh yeah, that's the same idea as the back pivot, but instead of pulling it, you're pushing it from the ground up. And this is just like a normal shoulder press, but it's just a different movement, different weight, and it's slightly less controlled. So you're using all the fine muscle fibers in the muscle to balance yourself. As you can tell, I've got a bit of a cold this morning, and I seem to always get with a cold in the morning, but fuck it. I superset that with dumbbell raises, so I was doing press and then raise. Then on to single arm pivot supersetted with front plate extension. So I was still doing the press with the pivot bar, but instead of raising dumbbells, I was raising a plate in front of my body, which just uses a different part of the muscle to just normal raises. And then I did dips again, the triceps more than the chest aspect. On Wednesday I did chest again, so the chest on Monday, Wednesday and Friday last week. Did chest, so I benched up, increasing the weight and then reducing the weight again. I didn't manage to hit my personal best again on Wednesday because the muscles were fatigued. There's a lot of fatigue going on after 4 workouts. But I kept on benching and benching and benching until my muscles were in a pre-exhaustion phase. Then hit the incline bench, then dumbbell press, dumbbell flies, um, cable flies, superset with dips, and double marathon. I did this because purely I wanted to mix things up. Now this is the important part of my training, because if I don't mix things up, things get boring and you don't enjoy it. And trying to train 10 times in a week, it can get boring. It would get boring if I didn't mix things up. So this is what I did. Did a double marathon bench superset with restricted curls. So I found myself a bench to bench press on, picked a suitable weight to do 210 reps with, something stupid. Then I went over and grabbed a bar to do bicep curls with. But instead of getting off the bench, I did the bench and then I sat up, and at the end of the bench was a bar for me to curl. So I put my elbows between my knees and curl the bar. So if I did 1 bench, I did 1 curl, 2 bench, 2 curls, 3 bench, 3 curls. So you get the burn in both your biceps and your triceps and your chest just in that one workout. Then in the afternoon I thought, I've trained arms pretty much every day already so far. I've probably trained them nearly twice a day, so why not do just a focus workout on arms? So I did, and basically I just curled and extended the crap out of everything I could possibly do. If I could curl it, I curled it. If I could push it, I pushed it. Anything that would work out my biceps or triceps, I did it. And I even did um, wrist curls to do the forearms as well. So everything, I hit the whole lot. Thursday I came back round the legs again. I started off with legs in the morning. I did squats, then leg extensions, um, raising the weight and then drop sets on the leg extensions this time, which I didn't do on Monday, so mixed it up. I did calf raises, raised the weight until I got to a suitable point where I thought, right, I can do 20 sets of reps up to 210 reps. So I did a marathon on that. Then I did hamstring curls, which I didn't do on Monday either, because I was going to try the hamstring curls. I did pyramid steps. Our pyramid steps, you start at the top. So imagine the height of the pyramid is the weight. The width of the pyramid is the number of reps. So the higher you are on the pyramid, the heavier the set is, the wider it is, the more reps you do. So I started off at the top with a heavy weight and I did 5 reps. Second set, I dropped the weight, did 10 reps. Third set, dropped the weight, did 15 reps. Fourth set, dropped the weight, did 20 reps. Then I went down to 25 reps, so I did 5 sets of that. And that really burned. And then I did my favourite bicep workout, which is the easy bicep curl, superset with preacher curl. I do that all the time just because I like it. It's fun and it burns. I did shoulders in the afternoon, so I did bar press again, which, like I said before, isn't very impressive, but it works. It burns. I did I start upward row, so you start off with bar in between your with your hands really close to the bar, and you put it right the way up, bringing your elbows out, and that really tightens all across your back, across the top of your shoulders. And I superset that with the press, so I do about 10 to 15 rows, and then press it. That really burnt. Then I did bar shrugs, superset with kettlebell shrugs. I preferred the kettlebell shrugs. I thought I'd try it. I wasn't sure whether to do dumbbell or kettlebell, but the kettlebells were more comfortable to use. Not saying that everybody should use them, but if that's, you have to find what's comfortable for you, so that's what I did. Then I did bell press superset with kettlebell shrugs, just because the kettlebell shrugs were so comfortable for me that day. I thought I'd carry on doing it, but I wanted to change the bell shrug aspect, so I put the bell press in there. Then I did kettlebell side raises, superset with plate front raises. So I was really doing all the tops of my shoulders. Then I did a shoulder press marathon, so the same idea as any other marathon. Start off with 1 rep and bring it up to 20 reps. I only managed to make it to 15 on that because it was taking me so long and my arm just couldn't take it. Friday, I did chest. I pushed myself to do 20 reps in total with my new personal best. I only did 2s, 3s and 4s. I didn't really manage to do any decent amount of reps per set with the new personal best. But it was a good, it is good to keep on going until you do 20 because you actually get a real good test, real good trauma to the muscles. And then I drop set it, incline sets of 20 until I got to failure. Flat dumbbell press, I did suicide drop sets, which are benching it until I literally can't push the weight up anymore. Put the weight back, got the next weight down, did the same until I couldn't lift it anymore. Went back, did it again, kept on pushing until I couldn't do anymore. I kept on doing this right the way down to the point where I thought, right, I could do flies with this weight now. So I did dumbbell flies and superset that with dumbbell press. So I'd do a few flies, few press, few flies again, few press, few flies again, few press, just so I could keep on squeezing out a few more dumbbell presses. Then I do cable flies. We've got a problem with one of our machines at the moment, so I then decided to go on and do single cable flies. And then one of the personal trainers decided they wanted to come and join me for a bit of chest training. So I agreed to let them come along. I was going to do a reverse marathon, so start at 20 and work my way down. Instead, he suggested doing German volume training, which is 10 sets of 10 reps. That was good, although the personal trainer benches less than me. He has an injury to his wrist at the moment, so he can't bench as much. So he set it at 40 kilos. And it wasn't really doing much for me for the first few sets. So about third or fourth set in, I got to the ninth rep and I just held it on my chest. And he asked me whether I'd forgotten what I was doing, and I said, no, I'm just doing a pause rep. I like to pause from time to time. So we incorporated that into the rest of the reps, and we're doing really slow negatives, pausing the bottom, and powering out, and that really does work your chest to the best that you can, even on a lightweight. If you can do that for 10 reps, you will notice it. 10 reps of 10 sets, 10 sets of 10 reps, you will notice that. In the afternoon that day, I did another back workout, very similar to the one that I did on Tuesday, but I just absolutely mashed myself out that day. I did so many reps, so much weight, that when I finished, I was absolutely dripping. I was only in there for 45 minutes that day for the back workout, and it was pouring off me. It felt so good. Just a quick notice, you guys may have noticed that I didn't really talk about any weight. I mean, I did mention my shoulder press and the German volume training that I did. But in general, I don't want to be telling you how much weight you should be using or how much weight I'm using. There's no need to compete with anybody about weight unless you want to be a professional weight trainer. I suggest to you to find a weight that's comfortable for you to do 15 to 20 reps if you want to build mass, build lean mass. If you want to build strength, you want to stick to 2s and 3s, and if you want to do both, go up as far until you can do 2s and 3s, then drop it down until you can do 20, and that way you're working the whole muscle, every aspect. Using some of my ideas, you'll find things that's like different to what you normally do. Just try it. You might find you like it. Just these things you can mix in with your workouts. If you want any more explanations, just drop a comment or email me. The email will be in the description. So it is now 5 to 9, so I'm going to be getting my ass moving and getting down the gym for another day.